This episode of the Poundcast is in part brought to you by Louisville Vegan Jerky Company. They make Louisville Vegan Jerky. That's right. It's meatless, soy-based jerky, and you can find them at lvjco.com. And they have lots of different flavors you can choose from, such as buffalo hot wing, pepperoni pizza, smoky Carolina barbecue, and they also have limited edition flavors that they come out with every month. And the newest flavor, perfect for the holiday season, is honey glazed ham. Okay? To quote the website, this is a juicy, savory ham flavor topped with a sweet glaze that deliciously balances the saltiness. And get this, 10% of sales of this flavor go to the Dare to Care Food Bank, which has been helping out families in Kentucky for the past 55 years. So if you order on the website and use the code word Poundcast, you get 20% off your order. Now, this stuff is bagged in the United States. It has a shelf life of 9 months, and you don't have to order it online. If you want to order it in person at stores, you can find it at places like Whole Foods and Sprouts. And just check out their website, lvjco.com. Once again, use the code word Poundcast and get 20% off your order. Welcome to the Poundcast. My name is Brent Weinbach, and this is a kind of a special episode in a way. This is the last time that I'm recording in the All Things Comedy studio. It's not the last episode. It's just the last time we're recording here in this studio. And so I thought for this last All Things Comedy in studio episode, why not do a blowout sort of mega episode and have a bunch of previous guests on at the same time. So I have here with me Trevor Ames.
Hello, hello.
I have Gabe Ruimy.
What's up?
Ramin Nazer.
President.
I got Andrew Michaan.
Hello.
Gabe Castro.
Hello.
And Zed Cutsinger.
What up?
And it's a full conference. We have the table is fully loaded. People are sharing mics, and I wish there was a wide shot of all of us in one shot. But you know what? I think people can just use their imaginations. And actually, if you can comp it together in your minds. I think the different shots you just saw. I think. But thank you all for being here.
We're loaded up in two YouTube like tabs, and then kind of size them so they're next to each other, and then you can kind of do something like that.
Yeah.
You got to do the work, but it's worth it.
You also have to sort of adjust your ears in a way to hear the different parts at different times, but put them together in your mind.
Basically, for this episode to be great, you're going to have to do the work.
Yeah, but you know what? Good work pays off, and you're going to love it. Now, look, I got a couple episode topics that we can get into, but I also want to first mention that it was your birthday yesterday, so give it up for Andrew.
Hey, thanks.
This is kind of like a birthday party.
Wow.
It's almost like a birthday party.
I didn't even know.
It's kind of a birthday party for you right now.
Yeah, this feels great.
Who made it to the party yesterday?
The what?
Who made it to Andrew's party?
The party's right now.
Yeah.
Right.
No, there were 4 of us here at the party. I mean, it wasn't a party. It was like a small get-together.
I kind of lost my voice last night.
Yeah, me too, but it's back today, mine.
I'm still a little rough around the edges of my tonsils, but you know what I think it was? I think the music was really loud. It felt like I was in a rave. Did you guys feel like you were at a rave?
I didn't even notice the music, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's because you're a natural raver.
That's true.
Yeah, I was just like dancing, so I didn't even notice anything. Yeah, kind of in the zone. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: why are you not taping here anymore?
There's kind of been some changes here, and
okay. Say no more.
Budget changes and stuff. I would continue to record here.
Okay,
but it's against my will. But you know what? I'm grateful for the time that we've gotten to spend here. And with Aaron. This is our last day with Aaron.
Kind of sounds like a lot of drama.
Well, it's dramatic. It's kind of romantic, actually. You know what I mean?
I like that.
I feel like it's the end of Titanic or something like that.
Yeah.
Or you're about to elope.
There's that too. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's leaving Las Vegas or something like that.
That's a different ending.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where will you be recording?
I don't know. Probably Zoom, but I might try to set something up at home. I don't know, where we can have guests, maybe at a dining table or something.
Cool. I like
that,
dining.
You know. But anyway, all right. Look, I got a couple things that can start us off, and we can see where this goes. But I thought this, and I don't mean to get controversial. Okay, I don't mean this to be too provocative, but the question I'm gonna ask you all, and you can weigh in: is brown better than blue as colors? Okay, and if so, why? What do you associate with the color brown and blue? And also, additionally, is red a shade of brown? Go.
Oh, well, sometimes it is, if you know what I mean. But or sometimes red comes
What's
with the
better?
brown.
I like brown more because I'm half brown.
I'm technically full brown, but I would say your complexion is darker than me. But you're half Indian and half white.
I like blue because I'm full white.
And you've got blue glasses. You didn't even have to tell us.
And yet,
That's kind of your color too.
And yet, this young man right here is actually African American.
Wow.
Give it up. He is African American. And so is Gabe. Actually, Gabe's
You're
African American.
South African American?
Okay.
North
No.
African American.
North
African American. North African American.
Grandparents are from Egypt, yeah, but
Grandparents are from Egypt.
but Jews. They were Jews.
Is that
so
why
it's
you're
not
always
same.
walking around like this?
That's why I'm always doing the kind of pharaoh walk. Yeah.
Oh, Morocco over here?
Morocco.
Oh, so
I
yeah,
applied,
Spain, I mean, it's close, you know.
I applied to
Across-
colleges as
across the river.
African American because I was confused,
Oh.
and nobody said
Oh,
anything.
get. Remember
Yeah.
to get
yeah.
in when you're
My bad.
talking.
We're not wearing cans, so
Yeah,
it's tough
it's
to know when we're
Yeah,
not
it's
being
it
picked
just
up.
right.
Wait, so okay, blue for me. What do you guys
Go
like,
ahead.
blue or brown?
I don't know why I don't like blue, but I prefer brown.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Probably because I like poo-poo.
first of all, Brent, did you realize it would go to race so quick?
No, I
mean-
didn't think. I wasn't thinking race at all. I was thinking purely
Okay.
colors.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
just-
Trevor took it to race.
Trevor took it,
I was
yeah.
trying
I
to keep
intend to
it in
bring it to
food
race,
or whatever
yeah.
I was. No, I
Yeah.
kept it on poo-poo, actually.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
keep it at race because I'm blue. Actually.
Abu Di Babu Da.
Get in. Make sure to get in when you get in.
Here's
with
the
these.
deal. I'm gonna go with brown, and my philosophy is brown is a much more ancient color. I think
Okay.
brown is true to the earth. Okay, blue is actually a new color. From my understanding, the Bible had no mention of blue. The sea was red and brown. Okay, and then they just realized later, like, wait a minute, is that sea not red? Is it? Should we call this blue? It's newer. I'm a traditionalist.
But what about the Red Sea?
Well, I'm gonna group that in with brown.
Yeah.
Oh, as a
You
shade.
know,
Yeah.
Red- Browns.
red and brown. Those are ancient. They belong together, and that's
good.
true.
Yeah.
Any of you heard the Brown Man group? Because I haven't. And that's kind of why I'm. Yeah.
Me and Ramin.
Okay. Okay.
Together, you're one
We
brown
should.
man.
We just don't speak, but we're very
Wait,
serious
aren't
and we play
Filipinos brown?
percussion.
Are Filipinos
yeah.
brown too?
Oh, yeah, you're
Dude,
brown.
we got brown
Squeeze in
man
here,
group
too.
right here. Brown man group.
Some spot in the group here.
No,
Yeah,
you're brown man too. You're brown man too.
Okay, so the thing with blue is I think it was kind of the meta was discovered that blue is the best color, and by that there's a reason why every app started using blue as their logo because it's the one people like the most.
Whoa.
But the problem is it's so meta, like blue is the best color. I'm kind of tired of blue.
Do they know
I mean,
why?
look at the-
Do they
look at
know
the
why
logo
we
behind
like
you,
it?
Brent? You're both wearing blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
meta. It's
Blue
meta.
there.
Blue is the meta.
Well,
this
look.
is what I'm
Let me
saying.
ask you
But
this.
why
Let me
is
actually.
it?
Here's the answer. All right.
Oh, there's actually an answer.
Blue used to be the best. Okay, everybody knows it, and I used to be a blue boy myself. And in fact, I'm wearing shades of blue right now. You know, but then I realized, and we all realized, that brown is best. And the reason why is brown is a combination of all the colors, kind of. And well, it's a mix usually.
Pigment wise,
No, it's white.
he's right.
It's white.
It's white is a combination. of all
That's
of it.
that's light.
No,
He's
it's-
talking
we're talking
pigment.
pigment-wise,
Yeah,
pigment-wise.
pigment. If you mix all the paint together, you don't get white.
Well,
you
I was
get
thinking
brown.
about this.
Brown,
Is
yeah.
there such a thing as
I'm with
brown
you.
light?
Yeah, we're-
Like, can you make a light? Like, say you're doing like lighting, and you're like, I want a brown light. Is there such a
I've
thing?
wanted that with you before. Actually,
Yeah.
I
is
want
there-
brown. I like
but
brown
it
light.
makes like amber. It doesn't make. You can't make like a brown light.
No,
can
you have to kind of give it that sort of dimmish kind of
Yeah.
taint to it.
Yeah, with
you
a
know?
little orange, muddy orange.
You get that
brown.
muddy orange.
Yeah.
You get that muddy orange.
Like gray,
And then,
you
get
can't
that-
have gray light either. You can get like
Yeah,
dimmer.
exactly,
It gets
exactly.
dimmer, but it doesn't
Okay,
become gray.
so look, here's what's up also with brown. Brown, it's very 80s, and it's warm too. It's a warm poo.
Would you say
And
brown is the warmest color?
Well, it does feel that way.
Yeah.
Because
saying.
blue used to
Yeah.
be. I used to like cool, but now I like warm.
Okay.
And so, by the way, and I'm a brown boy all the way, and I always liked brown, even though I thought blue was my favorite color. I realized brown was always there for me, and then being more into brown, it made me get more into reds.
Ooh.
This is
I
the
feel like
second
you've
part of the question.
been into
yeah.
brown for a long time. This doesn't feel like a new thing for you, no?
It's not. No, it's not new.
It's been a long
no,
time.
It's been a while.
When you were a blue boy, you were like a teenager, you mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I think in college I realized, I'm actually much more of a brown boy.
Okay.
Yeah, Brown University, right?
Yeah, I went to Brown. So,
Yeah.
and we
My,
studied Brown.
My favorite color is maroon, which is kind of like the brown
I love.
Yeah, yeah.
Of red.
red.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love maroon.
I love it. It's my favorite
And I
color.
like a burgundy, you know. I
Yeah,
like
it's very
that.
classy. Also, did you know that Eddie Van Halen and his brother Alex would refer to their signature sound as the brown sound?
Is that right?
And this predates South Park using
Yeah.
it as
Brown
diarrhea.
ale,
It's like they didn't know how to call it. It's like this warm yet
Yeah.
crunchy something.
Yeah. Well, I like that fall look. I like that the sort of fallness of it in the 80s. But also, I also like the poo association as a joke. You know what I mean? It's humorous. You know?
I like my
Yeah.
food brown. I want it coming in brown and coming out brown.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
brown food.
You don't want it to have to change its identity.
But if you joke, if you're doing too much brown humor,
Mm-hmm.
eventually, and it's getting people kind of grossed out, people might say that's kind of blue.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so think about
Well,
that.
actually, I've always thought because I work brown, you know, and then people work blue a lot. I always say, oh well, I work brown, you know, and that's sort of my thing.
If you mix brown and blue, what color does it make?
I think it's brown still
brew.
for some reason.
Yeah.
It's
Brown
brown.
kinda takes
That's
over.
the beauty of brown.
Yeah, yeah.
You mix
It
any
absorbs.
color in there, it becomes brown.
Brown. Charlie
So-
Brown.
All right, so I think we conquered it, but
I mean, I disagree.
oh,
but
so you're the only blue boy here.
Yeah, I say yeah. I
Everyone
prefer
here's
blue.
brown?
Yeah.
Andrew likes
you're
color.
also-
Andrew,
I like blue.
Andrew is a
also-
colorful boy, though.
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
not
like
in
colors,
a garish
yeah.
way, but
Yeah,
like he
yeah.
has a tasteful like
I like color.
color.
Well,
I like
it's
color
interesting.
too.
Color, so
You
yeah,
are
yeah.
the fairest of them all here in a way, and so it's
My
kinda,
eyes are blue. Maybe that's bias as well.
Oh, that's it.
Glasses are
Part of
blue.
wait.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of us have brown eyes.
Yeah,
I think so.
Wow, it's all
Hazel.
brown eyes.
Andrew
and
has
blue
great
eyes.
eyes though.
You agree?
If his eyes were brown, I'd kill myself right
Yes,
now.
me too. Me too.
Hazel green.
You know what? It's cool. I was thinking you had a good observation about. It's cool if everyone's talking at the same time because it's kind of Altman style.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you
Like-
just pick up on what you want to hear.
What's
you know?
Altman?
Robert.
He did a lot of crosstalk in his movies. Like
Oh,
like
I was thinking of that
Nashville.
AI guy.
Sam Altman.
Yeah, Sam Altman. I'm like, because he's in podcasts all the
Yeah.
time. I'm like,
should
is
we
it?
all just start a new
Start
conversation at
let's
the
keep
exact
the-
same
just
time?
talking right now.
Just like everyone start a new
Just
topic.
as a test.
As a test.
All right.
Okay.
So all right. Anyway, so what
is-
you?
what are we
hey,
talking
you
about?
Yeah, I was
saw
first
Costco?
trained
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
back in probably
Right.
the early 1800s, which of course wasn't
No,
used
it's
to
like that.
transport
Yeah.
people.
Are you trying to get in on this
Yeah,
conversation?
there's lots of
To
transport. Some movies I haven't.
different
so
types
did you
of
say
stock.
how?
There's a lot of different
kinds of animals.
They
And the
saw each other
country
at Costco.
You're like top five.
required
Trying to get everybody in on
trainers.
it.
Yeah.
Probably
All
a
right,
five.
cut.
Your top five is a five.
Five, yeah.
So that was kind of an interesting
I
experience.
was interested in what Andrew was saying.
Oh, you started focusing. So you were in our thing, and then you started hearing his.
This is
I
like
had an ear out the door.
So you were kind of having the Altman experience while you were sort of acting in it. Wow, that's,
this is like the old there was this Nikki Glazer podcast and there was like 8 people on it and they were all drinking too, so it like sounded like that one time.
yeah.
Oh, very Altman of Nikki Glazer.
Yeah.
It's very alt.
Yeah, that's what alt comedy is.
That's the new alt comedy
alt,
is
alt.
you kind of just people talk at the same time or whatever, and you just try to pick up on it.
Yeah.
But really though, what happened here? Something happened between you two?
So I went to Costco today to get like a space heater and some other stuff, and then I came to
Trying
this
to warm that
recording
butt up, huh?
after-
Lasco?
Yes, my
Yeah.
place
Did you
gets
get
very
Lasco?
cold. Oh, what's that?
Lasco, the brand.
Oh, it actually was. I think
yeah,
it was
yeah,
Lasco.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
it was.
Lasco,
I think it was.
yeah.
Costco
And
choice.
so I did my thing, and then I came here, and then I saw Gabe, and then Gabe had something to say to me.
Go on.
I said,
Get in here. Get in here.
I saw you at Costco. I was watching from afar.
And he didn't say hi.
What did you buy?
I had some, classic goods. I went for one thing, didn't find what I was looking for. I needed a comforter. Actually, I want a duvet with a duvet cover.
Oh, nice.
Because I can't wash my comforter in my washing machine.
Yeah, too
Too
big,
too
bulky.
It's too bulky for
And
that.
so I want to
know?
be able to just toss in a little slip,
Yeah.
get my duvet washed, get back to work.
Yeah, just toss it in there and let's go. You know.
Wouldn't you?
You good at putting that back? You good at
go,
putting that ass
man,
back
let's
on
go.
when you're done? You got a strategy to put that ass back
I
on?
think I've got some moves. Yeah, I kind of would like fold together one end and just like drive it in, drive
Yeah,
it in,
yeah, right.
but be mindful of where the corners are.
Be mindful of the mic too, actually.
Because I'm gonna find those corners on the outside of the duvet, lift it up, give it a nice little shake,
Nice.
and then
Whoa.
you know what I'm saying?
feel like I'm there.
And then that thing is
kind of
just,
a lot of-
we just squared out.
Get a
on the
workout,
bed.
too,
That's
you
You
what
just
we're doing
combined
now.
an art and a science, my friend.
That's
And
what,
and modern dance.
that's what we're dealing with. This is our.
I mean,
science.
I guess that's the art part. Well,
Yeah.
it's both.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
So
lots
how
of
far away from Trevor were you?
Where do you live? Is this your local Costco?
This is my local
Let's see if we-
Costco. I'm
let's
in
be-
East
let's
Yeah,
be-
Hollywood.
how far were you away from him?
So close.
What
Did
you
I
didn't
walk
say?
by you?
I was walking out of the aisle.
Yeah, where were you?
Trevor did a quick little stop, checked out the aisle, said, "This isn't my aisle." He kept going. But we were probably 15 feet apart.
Wow.
And I said, you know what? I'm saving it for the pod.
It's like when couples want to kind of like see each other in the wild and like kind of flirt from across the bar and like kind of relive the magic a little bit. It's kind of you and Trevor a little bit.
Like when I paused for a second, when I was in Costco, like the back of my the hairs on my neck stood up.
That was me.
Oh,
Okay, wow.
And you bought nothing there?
Well,
Walked out with nothing?
I didn't find my comforter,
Wow.
but you always find something.
Oh, you found
else.
something.
I got myself a nice new wall
Wall of
beard
sound.
clipper.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
that-
got- it's got
Oh, W-A-H-L. Well,
WAHL.
I know what's up.
Wall is a really trusted brand. So I got some nice clippers and some bath towels.
How many? Was it like 50 clippers, Costco style, or?
Actually, there were 2 in 1.
Okay.
There's a proper like hair cutter and a beard trimmer.
You trying to cut your hair?
I might just start buzzing at home.
And this was
Yeah,
this is from a buzz,
This is a grown out buzz.
grown out
No
buzz. How many
touch.
months?
Months.
How many months? Months.
Kinda,
So how many months is that?
I kind of want
months.
to do like a fake mohawk thing or
Uh-oh.
like
Faux
a faux hawk thing, but I've been cheating it where I just tuck the hair behind my ears.
I do this.
You should call it a fake faux hawk.
It's a fake
We'll
faux
do like a
hawk.
fake faux hawk.
A pseudo hawk.
Maybe it's called like a faux mock
Faux hawk.
It's a
something like
yeah,
Hawk.
faux mock.
or like a fock.
That's where I'm at.
Maybe it's a fock.
Yeah, I'm rocking a fock.
It's like a mocked fock. Fock.
Brent, how much would you have to be paid to rock a mohawk for a year?
A mohawk or a faux hawk?
Like a real mohawk, like it's tall. It's like 6
Liberty
inches
Spike.
tall, and it's like yeah.
Like you're an exploiter.
Probably $1 million.
Really, you wouldn't for $100,000? You wouldn't do that?
A whole year?
A whole year, yeah.
No, I wouldn't do it. For
What about a
Really?
month?
No.
A month for 100K.
You would do that, of
month?
course. Yeah.
1 month,
Oh,
100. 1 month, 100K.
I would do
Stack
it. I would
Street.
do it. I
Of
would do
course.
it. I would do it.
But a year
you
you
have
wouldn't.
to leave the house
year-
every day for.
Yeah, you gotta
half
do
the
stuff
day.
And you
every
have to
day.
do it. You have to.
You have to be
spike
out of
it.
the
You
house
can't just
half
let
the
it,
day.
like,
I
every
would
day.
do it. I would do it for a month for $100,000.
You have to be doing like more comedy sets than ever, and you can never address it
You
on
have
stage.
TV appearances.
Can't address
Yeah,
it.
Your career is going great, but you're wearing the mohawk
Yeah.
full time.
Your HBO special taped.
Yeah.
Taping your HBO
Yeah,
special.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And also, and
Nah,
once,
no, if I'm taping a special, that's not happening. No, they're gonna have to up the price on that.
would you rather have the mohawk and tape the special, or you don't get the special at all?
Great question.
Oh,
Great question.
there you go.
Nah, I'm not. I don't want that special. I don't want that. I don't
and
want that
also
special.
once a month, I get to pee on you.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a whole nother element.
What about
that's-
this?
That's a part of it.
100K.
I would do that for 50.
Same amount of money, but reverse of mohawk, whatever that's called. So no hair down the middle, hair
The prodigy.
That's
like
sweet.
down.
You know.
Oh,
It's a Prodigy look.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
You mean Prodigy, the sort of online service from the
Yeah.
80s?
Yeah.
The prodigy.
I mean, that's gonna you're gonna up the price on that one. Yeah.
The best we can do is 120.
That's more expensive. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
I could see you with some wings. That would be nice.
You see me with them.
Shave
Yeah.
down the middle, let the wings spike out. Fly, baby,
Brent with
fly.
wings, man. I could fly. I mean, that's how I started soaring finally. All right, I got another topic for you guys. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm sorry, real quick. Can I say I was at Costco 3 days ago, same Costco, and I bought a lot of shaving razors, so it's kind of close.
Hey,
Right,
Harry's.
that's right when you
Harry's.
walked in.
It's cutting
They
it
got
cl-
you,
it's
right?
cutting
You saw
it
him
cl-
right when you walked in, and
Know
he said,
exactly
"You know
what
what?
these are, yeah.
I've got my first buy happening right at the door." That's
It's
nice.
cutting it close.
Yeah.
It's cutting it close. All right. It's cutting it close. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mohawk. Okay. Here's the next topic. 2 nights ago, I rode in the first time a driverless car.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm so glad
And-
you're bringing this up.
And they're called what? Wayback
Waymo.
Machine or something like that. And it was kind of nuts, right? I mean, there's no driver. And I was with my friend, and I thought to myself, wow, this is really private.
Yeah.
And then it made me think, gee whiz, what kind of nasty stuff have people been doing back here in this? We're sitting in the back seat, and I thought, if there's nobody there to monitor what? Okay,
Well, there is someone probably watching. Though,
There's
I would
definitely
Is there?
a camera.
I'm
or
sure there's
something.
cameras inside.
There
too.
Is that right?
There's
Yeah.
definitely
so
cameras.
someone's
yeah.
watching us?
Yeah, for sure.
Damn, I should have
I had
started.
a feed on that. Yeah.
Oh, you had a
I had a
feed.
live feed. Yeah. I
we
work
were
with
watching
We
Waymo.
all have the Waymo app, and
Yeah.
you can just go into the.
Yeah, in the Waymo app, you can either get a ride or watch other people ride.
Well, here's the
kind
thing.
of the options.
Here's my thought. You guys all seen Taxi Cab Confessions on HBO?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
lived it.
Well, you've seen what people are willing to do in front of a driver,
Right.
right? They do pretty crazy stuff. I thought, no driver? What kind of jism is soaked into this place? You know what I mean?
Did it feel clean to you?
Well, it did feel clean, but then it's kind of a newer thing. But wait until it becomes pretty common for people to just be in these things. I'm just wondering how much semen and sort of vaginal juice is going to be allowed before they actually start to interject.
Do you want like ounces for us? Is this the question?
Milliliters.
The question is this. This is a question that my friend posed to me. His name is Moshe. He's been on the podcast before because he was in the back seat too. We thought, what would you rather sit in? Would you rather sit on a cushion that was wet with semen or vaginal juice?
Vaginal juice, of
Vaginal
course.
juice.
Yeah.
Vaginal juice.
I'll pay $100K for the vaginal
Vaginal.
juice seat.
I would
Well, his
be
answer
vaginal.
was-
Well, semen's not water soluble, so it's like harder to get off. I think.
Why does it have to be wet? It can't be like old.
No, it's
fresh.
not super fresh, but somebody had been in there and there.
Also, it's like
Vaginal.
you're in a
it's
Waymo.
damp. It's damp.
You're in a Waymo for a new experience, and I get the semen-soaked seat in my car all the time. So it's like I want something different, I want to mix it up.
Yeah. Also, with the vaginal juices,
Yeah.
there's a 0% chance that I could get pregnant.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
Very good.
Nothing's
Yeah.
impossible, man.
Well-
yeah, with the penile
Yeah, you could get. Yeah,
yeah,
you
it's
well,
possible.
Is that what the premise
You
of
can get
Junior
chlamydia.
is that Arnold Schwarzenegger sat
In a Waymo.
juices? Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I understand, from what I've heard and read about in the encyclopedia, is that semen is a lot stickier than
Right.
vaginal juice, and so that's probably harder to get. Would be harder to get out. It'd be harder to deal with. And according to Moshe, and this is what he labeled it, is that vaginal juice is more like water, and it's in fact it's called woman water. That's what he said that it is described. Is that not true?
I haven't heard it that way, but I trust this guy.
Yeah, and then I call semen male mucus.
Woman water, male mucus. Yeah.
Male mucus. Yeah, male mucus.
Yeah.
This feels like no competition.
No competition.
Yeah.
How
it's
did
not
you
even-
end up? Wait, Waymo. How did you end up in the Waymo? How did you end up in the Waymo? Did you seek it out, or
Moshe
your
was
car
kind of hyping
came?
it up. He said, I actually rode in a Waymo thing. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah, let's go take one because we got something to eat after this show we did in San Francisco. And he said, there's so many in San Francisco, by the way.
There are a ton. I saw a bunch.
Every
Yeah.
other car. It's crazy. Every
I
other
did it
car.
once there as well.
The what?
I did it once there as
Oh,
well.
yeah,
a few
yeah.
months ago. Yeah.
And he's like, oh, we should just do it, And so we did it. And it wasn't that much more than taking a regular car service.
It costs more.
It was a little bit more, yeah.
Why?
Moshe,
I guess because of the semen and stuff. That adds value
it's
to
ethically
it.
sourced.
yeah,
yeah.
and the live feeds, everyone can watch you. Wait,
Yeah, the live feeds, yeah.
so wait, Moshe really likes this thing?
Well, I think he
'cause
thought it was interesting.
Why don't you call him Way Moshe? It's right there. Come on.
Way Moshe.
No
Yeah.
way motion.
So, but what do
Did
you?
you have to tip?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
Oh, that's nice, Gabe.
That's an interesting question, and I don't know. Actually.
You're a sucker if you do.
I don't know.
Yeah, who
I
are
don't
you
know.
tipping?
I don't. I didn't. I wasn't involved with the payment.
I would
on it, so-
imagine not.
If you go to Shake Shack
Yeah,
and there's
who-
like no kiosk, it'll still ask you
Yeah,
for a tip,
uh-huh.
and I'm like,
In fact,
what?
with that whole live feed thing with the camera, they should be tipping us. They should be tipping the writer. You know, it's like a Twitch or some sort
Yeah,
of
right.
a
Yeah.
webcam
Right,
thing. You know, like you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, your talent during that
Yeah,
ride.
your talent during that ride. They're watching you. They're going to just. So, do you think they can hear you too?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure that they're not monitoring
No, but
every person,
right,
but I
but
think
they
they
can
have a
catch
recording
it.
of it,
Yeah.
and if there is new semen, they probably would take a look at what happened, and then maybe cancel you on the eliminate your account or whatever.
Oh, I see. I see.
It's probably more like Squid Game style, where there's like soldiers at a monitor in a big
Yeah.
warehouse, and they're watching every single.
Their
person in a
tagline is, "If
limo.
you eliminate, we eliminate." That's kind of like
Yeah, if you are going to do anything sexual in one, Brent, the one thing I have to tell you is don't take the seatbelt off. Because that's how they know something's happening.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense, actually. That's
Or
Yeah.
just click it in when you get in, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
open
I just
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
a
yeah.
I cut a hole through the
Sit
No,
seatbelt.
'cause of the
you know?
weight.
I cut a hole through the fabric. You know?
No, because the
kinda the way I
weight,
do
it monitors the weight
I go through
on
a
the
little clip.
seat, and there has to be a seatbelt on because one of the issues is if there is a Waymo going around and someone doesn't have their seatbelt on, a police officer can pull you over and the ticket goes to the driver, so it goes to the Waymo
Interesting.
Corporation. So their way of not getting tickets is if your seatbelt is off, a thing comes up saying you need to put your seatbelt on, and if
Yeah.
it doesn't go on, the thing pulls
And
over.
with that system, they get way less tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe less people having sex.
Or they, not even necessarily sex, but they could also just be, whatever, masturbating and stuff. There could just be
Doing
men
drugs?
masturbating.
You could extract semen without. Is this possible? Has anyone extracted semen completely non-sexually? Like you cannot have a sexual thought.
Easily.
Just completely zero. Like just
Easy.
completely.
I do it all the time.
Like zero. Not even for a
This
second.
is welcome to my world.
Oh whoa.
I did it earlier today.
What were you thinking about?
He did.
I wasn't thinking. I was just peeing.
Oh, it's okay. Interesting.
I kind of have a beef with the Waymos. I was living in San Francisco when they got released.
Yeah.
There's something upsetting about them to me. I don't like how much the San Franciscans feel comfortable like having
The San
nobody driving. They would rather like not have to talk to a person. That kind of bugs me. And just everybody was taking Waymos. I really think there's a market in getting like a lawsuit against Waymo. So when I was like walking my dog, I was desperately trying to get hit by one. Every time they were at the intersection and starting to turn, I'd like get into a little match with the Waymo where I'm just like juking it, trying to see if it'll hit me. It didn't. But
Well,
my new plan is I want to start booking a bunch of Waymos and fill them with farts. I just want to make every Waymo stink like farts, and then everybody who's taking Waymos are like, yeah, they're okay, but have you noticed they just like smell like farts? So I've got.
So what are you gonna do to produce those farts?
I'm gonna need all of you.
But what are you gonna
it's a
eat?
big-
What are you gonna do to your body
true.
to make that happen?
They was gonna eat us and then
all brown,
All brown foods.
all brown foods,
All brown foods. Yeah.
Just burrito with just all beans,
All the
rice.
Just burrito with
All
full
brown.
full
Indian
brown.
food.
Just give me the full brown experience.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you
the
guys want to get
colors
some
out.
brown later after this? You know what? Here, that brings up another thing though that I noticed. The car was driving kind of like a human. It felt like.
Kind of aggressive.
Yes, I mean, not.
He's like honking the horn and stuff. It's like getting in road rage and stuff.
Yeah, they have this
Rolls down the
thing,
window.
Yeah. There's like, I guess there's this hand that comes out of the dashboard.
Yeah,
that kind of
flipping
comes
people
out.
off.
Yeah, there's just a middle finger. But it really was. It wasn't driving terribly aggressive, but it was doing moves that a more proactive driver would take. So, for example, there was some car that got stopped in one of the lanes. It was one of the side lanes, and we were kind of stuck behind it. And one car kind of made its way around it, and then this car did a maneuver in a way that just didn't feel robotic at all. It felt like, oh, I got to move my way around this car that stopped. And then this was the craziest thing. There was we were in back of a long line of cars at a light, and there was another one that only had a few cars in front of it, and it knew to say, oh, I'm going to go into this other one to get closer to the front of the line, Like it knew to go to it knew that, oh, there's a lot of people in line in this middle lane. Let me go into this other one because there's less people there. I thought, wow, that's only something I feel like humans would think of. Oh, there's nobody in this one. Let me go in this one.
I heard, and this might not be true, but I heard that there's one employee per every self-driving car. Like, not that they're manually doing every move, but they're like assigned to it to monitor.
Is that
in
right?
Case. That's what I heard.
Well, they are able to like take over too. I think.
Yeah.
And then I think that there was like a Tesla robot demonstration, and they were like showing the robot doing things, and then from the edge of the frame you can see someone like controlling it.
Yes.
They got in trouble. It's like I think a lot of that like robots we have now are probably like
it's all
that.
Wizard of Oz, but like
Yeah.
each one has a Wizard of Oz.
I heard something, and maybe this goes against what you're saying, or maybe it goes with it, but I heard that they do use AI technology to learn how people drive, or they'll have someone drive the car, actually drive it, and then it learns how that person drove to know how to drive like that person. So if someone was kind of an aggressive driver or maybe even reckless, that it might have learned how to drive that way and is emulating that or something like that.
The robot's daddy is a little reckless.
Yeah.
Kind of learned that way.
Who's the best race car driver? Flash Gordon or something? Some
Dale
Gordon
Earnhart?
guy? Dale Earnhart?
I don't know.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are my two go-tos.
But I feel like there was some guy named Gordon that was like a good driver, but I don't know.
Gordon
Ramsay?
No.
Gordon Ramsay's the third.
Wait, also, when you were in this car, I don't have the answer to that, I'm sorry, but did the car use turn signals the whole time?
Yeah.
Well, because I was
I think
okay.
so.
Oh, then that's definitely not human.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm tired of these humans changing lanes without a signal. This might be better. Yeah,
Man, I
tired of
always
the
use turn
humans.
signals everywhere I go, even if there's nobody around.
I use
with
it, even if
you.
I'm not
I do
turning,
that.
I use it. Just all the time.
If you what?
Even if I'm not turning, I use my turn
that's
signal
not
just to
good.
be
For some reason, I
considerate.
thought you said even if I'm not tarded.
Oh,
It's back.
yeah.
Even if I'm not tarded, I use them.
That's
It's
the
like,
T
I
word.
don't say the R word, I say the T word. Well, I would never say the R word, I'd say the T word.
What tard can refer to so many things.
really?
It doesn't necessarily mean R. It could be
What?
Tardigrades.
leotards. It could be
okay.
it could be about just being late. Tardy. I mean,
Have you
if
seen tardigrades? The little like microscopic things with the tiny hands
They
that
like
they can
little,
survive anything.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's also the TARDIS, which is from Doctor Who.
The tarded?
yeah.
Tarded.
The tarded?
TARDIS.
There's also Tarkovsky.
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 Tarkovsky. And you love Tarkovsky.
Oh, don't get me started. Are we
Really?
doing this right now?
No, not really.
Okay, let's not.
I
Tard
was just gonna
Barker?
say, I remember this one time we were at I think we were at a little get together at your place, and I was talking to Zed about movies, and I said, yeah, I watched some movies, and there was one movie that was pretty slow. I'm not trying to talk crap. Actually, never mind. I don't want to talk crap, but I just remember Zed was really into it because it was slow. I mean, this was really slow. We're talking about the movie
I
Mirror.
love a slow movie.
Yeah.
You but the Mirror. You like Mirror, the movie
Yeah.
Mirror.
1975?
You loved it.
Yeah.
Even the parts
it's
with
boring. I loved it.
That's basically what he said. He's
Yeah.
like,
No, I love a boring movie.
Yeah.
you like that?
Yeah. Like I like an exercise in patience.
You guys
It's good.
like? Oh, really?
Oh, you like
I
to
mean-
be entertained? Pathetic. Sorry.
It's just that there's some parts of that movie where it's just, it's footage, it's reels. They're just showing World War II reels, newsreels,
I love reels,
and just
yeah.
showing that. And
What about
I just
season
thought,
3 of Twin Peaks? There's some slow stuff in there.
I was
Let's
going to
not
say,
even
I
go
do
there.
like the sweeping. I did like it.
exactly.
oh,
the
you like that?
sweeping.
You
Yeah,
like the
exactly.
loading of the Dr. Jacoby loading of the
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
What is he
Yeah.
loading? Shovels or something like that?
Yeah,
Just
it's
loading
so
shovels
good.
in his truck?
So good.
You like that?
I love it.
Yeah.
What is it? A Zen thing? You kind of just
It's a Zed thing.
meditative.
Yeah, it's a Zed thing.
It's a Zed thing.
Zed has an interesting, like, I don't want to say it's like the best taste or bad taste in it. It's like, it's a very personal taste in stuff, and you always can explain like why you like stuff.
Well, explain why you like watching the newsreels from World War II. Just newsreel
Okay, first of all,
footage.
that's realistic, but a different type of reel. You know that phrase?
realistic.
When it uses reels. Yeah, a lot of people like realism. I'm trying to remember the specific part of it, but the whole thing is with that movie. It's like a tone poem. It's like you're trying to get
Sure.
into his headspace, and I think the facets of movies that make them entertaining The problem with that is the more entertaining things are, the more removed it is from reality in a way we can't connect to. And the more boring and slow movies are, sometimes that's the more grounded in things that we can connect to. So sometimes you want to have a mixture of both. But if things are just extremely boring and slow, that's not necessarily bad. That's just the full spectrum of life.
Okay, I guess I just feel like I've definitely experienced enough boredom in my life, you know what I mean?
Well,
Or just
experience
sort of sitting
more,
there,
yeah.
You know?
You think you've experienced enough?
Yeah. I
Okay,
Do you
think
think
so.
you'd be
Yeah.
more bored or less bored not watching the movie? Do you know what I mean? Like if the movie wasn't playing, would you be like watching the movie? It's
You're
a boring movie. Are you still a little more entertained than being just sitting
Okay,
there in silence?
I'm not saying this is a bad thing, okay? No disrespect to Tarkovsky himself, okay?
He's dead, yeah.
But yeah, I know, no disrespect to him wherever you are. But yes, I would be if I was bored watching the movie Mirror, and not all of it, but just particularly the newsreel parts, okay? If I was bored, I was probably I was definitely more bored watching that part of the movie than just not watching a movie at all.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
So that's good.
If I was bored.
Yeah, it gives you something that your life can't give you without watching it.
Well,
A
I
unique
could,
experience.
Well, no, what I mean is I could get into a zone. I mean, what I mean is I don't know how to answer this right, but it was not. Yeah, I mean, it's just Anyway, no, I don't know how to elaborate more than that. But you liked it. You've seen it.
I haven't seen it. I was just asking.
Well, you watch it. You'll see.
I'll get back to you.
You'll see. But this one loves it.
Loved it.
We should. That's all. Everyone's assignment is to watch Tarkovsky's Mirror, and see how you do. You know.
And then also don't watch it and compare the two.
Yeah.
Do both. Do both.
Just
that
sit
doesn't
for 2
watch
hours.
it. Yeah.
I'll start with not watching.
Yeah, start with not watching
Start with
and
not
then
watching
eventually
I'll
watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, some of the movie is really cool and really is entertaining. I mean, not to say it's not. I'm not trying to say it's bad or at all. It's just anyway. There's some beautiful shots in it too. You know.
Yeah. Next topic.
One last thing. I find it refreshing. Most movies now, like the average cut is like 2 seconds per cut. Like there's like per.
Is that
per
what
shot.
it is?
I think
Yes.
3.
Is it 3?
Oof.
It might be, but
It might be
it's
2
very
now.
quick. I think it's
Dick
around 2. Like
man.
Marvel and stuff. So
I hate that.
really long takes or just scenes that just
No,
sit there.
by the way,
less cuts.
yes.
That can be considered boring.
No, let me just clarify.
Yeah.
I like slower paced movies, by the way. Okay? I like slower films.
Yes.
I don't like fast cuts, or I like movies that give you room to breathe and absorb. I like
Absorb reels.
No, I meant more
Newsreels.
vaginal juice in a wave back or whatever, you know, Weibo and Taibo. So I'm the kind of person who likes slower stuff. You know, in fact, I hate that. That's my second the second thing I hate the most about movies in general is when the cuts are too quick and I don't have time to even gather what's going on. You know.
What's first? You got to give us first.
Yeah, guys, all have heard it before. I just excessive use of background music.
Oh, excess use of background music. Yeah.
Anyways, anyway, what's going on? What's new?
Oh, we're out of topics already? Or is that a secret topic where, like, we don't know that it's a topic, but it's a topic?
All right.
Should I ask the question that you want me to ask?
Yes, that's
All right.
that's what I was getting at. Go
All right.
ahead.
You guys ever hear people say honcho, but you ever hear it without head? What's up with that? No one's ever just straight up, hey, that guy's a honcho. It's always head honcho. Are we all just honchos?
Yeah.
Or second tier. Honcho.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Are we all honchos?
Yeah.
And there's only one head honcho.
Yes.
That's a
Wait,
really interesting
isn't
idea.
there that Sublime song where he's like, I popped a cap in... Is it
San-
Honcho?
San-
Sancho.
No,
Yeah,
Sancho.
I mean,
Oh, that's
this
a
is
whole
the same theme as like the bit of like how come there's no regular porn actors? Everyone is a star. This is a star. They're not all stars.
I can actually speak to that. Any actor in any motion picture
Or movie
is a
star.
star.
Yeah, movie star.
No, I mean they star in a movie.
Starring.
Whether they are famous or not, they are starring in it. So if somebody is making a homemade video of them just jacking their penis off or whatever. They are starring in that video. They are a star just simply because they are starring in that video.
Maybe it's not homemade. Maybe it's Waymo made. Made in the back of that one of those things.
Right. It's Waymo made.
Waymo made.
It's a strong. It was a live
Speaking
stream.
of head honcho, I mean, there's a lot of words that are like that, where it's you only hear one side of it. Like, is it possible to be combobulated? Like having your shit together,
Oh, that's
like not
interesting.
discombobulated, but I'm feeling real combobulated right now. Like I'm ready to fly the plane or whatever.
I'm ready to make a solo video in the back of a Waymo.
Yeah. Or gruntled, yeah, exactly.
Disgruntled employee. How come no one's gruntled?
He was
gruntled.
Gruntled.
They always say like I don't. I also get condone confused, but like they always say I do not condone this. But do people ever say like I condone this?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
really?
that's a thing.
Definitely.
I never hear that.
Oh,
I say it.
Really?
Yeah.
There's actually, this is kind of relevant to a thing that I've been trying to use more, is people say reiterate. I've been trying to iterate more.
But that iterate is a thing.
I know, but people don't say it a lot. But because then they're like, all right, you missed it. Now I'm going to reiterate. And they don't tell you initially, I'm iterating.
Allow me to
You
iterate.
hear
don't let
first
me reiterate.
iteration.
I'm about to iterate right now.
Allow me to iterate.
Yes.
Don't make me reiterate.
The constipation of my discombobulation is a cobulation of itself.
I condone that.
Okay, a cobulation. Yeah, what is it, cobulate?
Combobulated.
Combobulate.
Combobulate. Did you guys combobulate earlier today? Or?
In a Waymo.
You guys should have combobulated at Costco.
I'm too chalant.
Like, I'm thinking of a guy named Cum. There's a guy named Cum Bob because he comes a lot. It's like, Cum Bob, you late. Sorry, it was traffic.
Come Bob, you late.
I was actually thinking about if there was someone named Peace, you're like, I come in peace. That would be cool. I'm glad you brought that up.
Are there any other crazy words like that? I mean, head honcho is kind of a mind blower in a way, though, just because it just made me realize we are all honchos deep down.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all hunched up.
I just never realized I was a honcho.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cool. And by the way, how come honchos wear ponchos a lot of times? Like, what is it? Did they rhyme that on purpose? You know what I mean? Did you notice that honchos do wear ponchos a lot?
Yes.
Yeah, and they're always going to these rocket launch shows.
But honchos are like criminals, though, no?
No.
I'm
you
like
don't
a
think
side
so?
honcho. I'm
No.
not a head
So?
honcho. I'm like a side.
No,
You
I
think a
think-
honcho's just a person?
Well, actually, I don't know.
Huh.
No, I think a honcho is a person, but I do feel like honcho is a kind of. It feels like it relates to the West, the Old West, right?
Yeah.
Ponchos, and I feel like Old West people wear ponchos. That's why I'm serious. Like I think that
Right now-
honchos wear ponchos.
Right now, you're the head honcho and we're the side honchos in this configuration.
Okay, I might be head honcho right now, but we are all honchos.
Yeah.
You don't even have to call yourself a side honcho. That's kind of somewhat.
At this moment,
Tails honcho.
It's kind of demeaning, but you know what? I want you to be meaning. I'm gonna be meaning to you by just calling you a honcho and not calling you a side
Thank you.
honcho. You know.
Is it too scientific if we call ourselves thorax honchos?
Do we have thoraxes or only insects
I
do?
think only insects.
Yeah.
But maybe the honcho is an insect. And we're all
Ooh.
different parts of, I don't know. We're figuring things out.
What's the difference between insects and insects? You know what I mean?
I got to think about that one.
There's dissect. Can you just sect? Dissecting? Can we just
Yeah.
sect something?
You can bisect something.
You can
Cut it down the
divert.
middle.
Can you vert?
Oh, I vert.
Okay,
Oh,
but
you
also,
skater.
just to kind of separate head honcho, a lot of these are con, like
yeah,
words that are
yeah,
modifiers.
yeah.
Head is like its
Definitely.
own
Separate,
word.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so this is, sorry,
Honcho-
Andrew, this is separate.
Well, I know,
mean,
but
all
it's
your
all
other examples
it's
are
all
like
connected.
They're all like one word.
It's all connected, or
There's a lot of
it's
words
all
that-
nected,
There's-
or something. Which is like it's not connected. It's like just nected. Like that's just a piece. It's just that's nected. Let's connect.
There's a lot of words that if you think about it, like it kind of blows your mind a little bit. Like you never
All
thought
of
of it in
them.
that way. Like
Sure.
the word unanimous, like that means unanimous, like unanimosity, like no animosity. But you never really think of it.
Oh,
in
is that what that is?
Yeah. It's not animus.
It is.
But it sounds like it's its own thing. Like unanimous to me feels like its own concept, but it's
That's funny
unanimous.
because I thought it was from uni, but it's not. I guess.
I think
Meaning
it's
we're all-
unanimosity.
It's all a one
Universal, okay.
one agreement or something. Of
But no,
something.
it's the opposite of animosity. I think that to me,
It's
that's-
not unanimous.
No, I think it's just unanimous.
It's not unanimous.
I don't think so.
Unanimous.
What about there's also Simpsons did this bit, but inflammable
Yeah,
means
yeah,
flammable?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, on the head honcho tip, though, I've heard this recently, but you say smattering of applause. You say smattering of anything else?
Like pancake batter, maybe.
Of female juices?
A splattering of.
Oh,
sort
that's
of
more splattering.
Male-
Yeah,
of
smattering.
What do you
is
call
only
that stuff?
applause.
Male what?
Yeah.
What?
What's the male stuff called again?
Oh.
Semen.
Oh, I guess it's called semen.
Well, no, well, there's sperm and then there's semen that
No,
it
what you said-
travels
Yeah, it was like
in.
man.
Male something.
Man,
No, you
man
said
mucus.
male.
Oh,
male.
male
You said
mucus.
male mucus. You said male mucus. A
Yeah.
splattering of male mucus.
Yeah, I like
A
that.
what is it? Smattering.
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 That was tough.
I never heard of anything besides applause. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You never heard
Smattering.
smattering of applause?
No,
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 besides
besides
that.
that.
Besides that. Besides
right,
that.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying smattering of anything else.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I have.
yeah,
That's, I'm agreeing. I don't think
A
I've heard.
smattering of footsteps, would that work?
No.
Little footsteps.
Yeah, it probably does work.
Yeah. What about yeah?
What about run amok? Is there any other way to amok than running it?
Right.
You
Are there
gotta
other
run
speeds
amok.
of amok?
That's good. Actually.
Is
Yeah,
amok
like
one
jog
word,
amok?
or is it referring to a muck?
Muck is male muck. It's like what the man makes.
Muck's
Kind of like mucus.
Mook.
You know that mucus is the combination of muke and us,
Yeah.
or something like that. So it's like something that you do together. As sort of a group jerk. We're gonna play a game later, just to tease that.
Excellent.
We're gonna play Chameleon later. It's gonna be fun. You guys are gonna be able to play at home or wherever you are.
Da 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 na
Oh yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
na da 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 da.
Gabe, do you like that?
I'm feeling it.
Did you guys know that we had two Gabes on each side? It's Gabe versus Gabe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool shot. Hit
How
me up
tall
on
are
that
you?
shot
How
again.
tall are you?
Look, do the
tall,
shit.
right?
Look at this. Look at the shankake. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I said what did I say? Shanhake. Shanhake. You know what that's called, by the way? A shanhake. What I just did on accident. It's called a spoonerism.
Oh, Zach Sherwin and Mike Kaplan taught me about that.
Oh, I just learned about it from Zach Sherwin too.
Oh, excellent.
Wait, what
so
is
we
it?
got the same patient
When
zero.
you swap this beginning sounds of two words,
Oh, it's like a lisdexic type of thing?
yes.
sort of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
This is related to the malaprop.
A malapropism that's a different thing completely.
because you're just replacing like a whole word.
You're
and
saying
not-
you're saying a wrong word that maybe kind of sounds like another
Yeah.
word or something like that. Like
the multi-purpose room instead of the multi-purpose.
I guess
room.
yeah, I guess something like that. Or you could say like yeah, there's kind of there's a stigmatism regarding writing in a Waymo or whatever. Waymo, yeah.
You did it twice.
Trailer Park Boys.
You
had
just-
a
you said the
great-
wrong
Yeah,
word.
well, that was
Waymo too.
that was
It's not a pun,
that
but it's
was
kind
just a
of
mistake. It was a
funny.
malapropism and then a
Adjacent.
mistake. Yeah.
I love classic case of denial and error. That's from Trailer Park Boys instead of trial and error, just denial and error.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, by the way, you know what's funny? I just thought of the word mistake. That one makes sense. There are takes. You know what I mean? And then there's mistakes. That makes.
What about all
sense.
intensive purposes?
Oh,
You hear that one, right?
Did you say this? Thank you.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Is it
malaprop.
intents and purposes or intensive purposes?
That's a lot of people make that
Intense.
mistake.
Intense.
It's intense and purposes, but people think intensive purpose. Intensive purposes.
Intensive purposes, like intense.
All right, look, we're gonna wrap up fairly soon, but do you guys want to? Is there anything you want to get off your chest before we do that? I mean, we're gonna go into Unzip and we're gonna play this game, but
I just gotta say that I'm disgusted with everything that's happening in our country right now, and my heart goes out to just all of the disgusting disgust that you're just seeing every day, especially what's happening today.
you'd rather be gusted.
Yeah.
I'm against the fires. I'll just say that. Like the fires in LA, I'm against them, just straight up.
Put out the fires?
Yeah, I just
Thank you.
I just want to say I'm actually against them. I think they're bad.
Thank you for stepping up.
Yeah,
and,
a lot of
like,
people aren't willing to say that on camera, but I think
But
the
you know
fires
what?
are bad.
It is good to look at all angles of it
No,
and see how
right.
Wait,
fires
guys,
could be
fire's
beneficial.
kind of
As-
good sometimes.
This is
Well,
like typical both siderism.
Yeah,
and-
you guys need to pick a lane. I don't know.
Do you want to talk about anything? No, right?
I mean, I can if you want, but
Tell us about the new show.
Gabe Castro was actually in the thick of the fires.
You caught fire? Tell us
I
about
caught fire. I live in Altadena,
Ugh.
and I didn't want to go, so I just caught fire,
it. Oh no.
and that was 2 weeks ago.
So
So
you
I've
haven't-
recovered.
You look good.
This is a wig.
You haven't been able to go home, but your home is standing, or
My home is one of very few. I don't want
Right.
to say too much, but
Yeah.
one of, I think, 5 houses on the entire street.
oh my gosh.
I think maybe 10 on the whole block. And yeah, we can't go home. Yeah, for a long time probably.
I'm sorry.
Do you need a place to stay? Andrew's got a nice house. I haven't been to his house. His new house.
Yeah, you're welcome to come.
I'm
yeah.
actually staying 5 minutes away right now. So.
Oh.
But you know, you
you
had
wanna
to
go to
think.
Costco?
You did have to evacuate, and you had to decide on what you were going to bring.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Was
When
that-
the power went out like 10 hours before, and I prepared a couple boxes of important things. And then when it was go time,
One box was just something like 20 copies of Time Lord for Nintendo.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Well, I only have 17, but
Oh, so you have 17. Yeah, okay. So there was 3 others.
yeah, there's video games and another box of equipment and for work and cats. Took the
How many cats you got?
3.
How many do you have in your house right now?
4.
Oh, okay. I thought you had 8 at one point. Though.
We had at the most, I think we've had 7, but these are just fosters. They're not all
Sure,
ours.
sure.
Have you been able to go back at all since you originally
Yeah,
left?
recently, yeah, and then, yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Ugh.
Like, the smell. I mean, the smell.
Yeah.
Everything looks untouched. I mean, there's ash in the house and
Are
stuff.
you taking
but
stuff from your house now as you're leaving, or are you kind of leaving it be?
I'm kind of leaving it be
Yeah,
for.
man.
We had. I mean, we could talk about it later, but yeah.
Do you want
I
to plug the
don't wanna
GoFundMe? Should we make one?
No GoFundMe. No GoFundMe.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the stuff that I did grab from going back, like, just stinks, so it's in a storage unit airing out. So.
Did you make any big mistakes that you were like, oh, I wish I had grabbed this the first time, or like any advice for people in that situation?
I mean, look, I got everything that I wanted, but just like I'm a composer, so like I did have a drive, I did take, but like I realized it wasn't like online in a cloud, and if I had not gotten that,
Right.
or the house burned down, I would have been in a lot of
So
trouble.
you think upload stuff to the cloud?
Yeah, like I use Dropbox for most stuff, but I'm not advertising Dropbox, but yeah, if your
code Gabe,
digital
you know?
stuff should be out. I don't have photo albums that are physical or anything, but my wife does, and she left some, so I actually grabbed some today, and they all stink like smoke. Yeah, and chemicals and lead and who knows.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're able to get back to your house in the
Yeah,
near
yeah.
future, and I'm sorry you experienced that.
Yeah.
And like I said originally, I'm against the fires. I mean, these guys were saying they're into
I
it or whatever,
appreciate-
but
I
I'm against
appreciate-
them
I hear
straight
a
up.
lot of
Yeah.
the other side.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'm
it's
just
nice.
Don't misconstrue what I said. Misconstrue what I said. I don't like that fire.
Okay,
But some fire.
I think
is
it's all or
okay.
nothing, man.
Oh.
All or nothing. I say we reject the flame entirely. That's my philosophy.
And I get what it's like to be on that side. I grew up in a house like that, and I was brought up like that, and I actually
to like
believed
fire.
that for a long time. And it wasn't until I moved to
Right, you came to the city,
coast,
you met other,
and I made new friends.
You met water, and you're like, oh, water's actually
Yeah.
pretty cool. Maybe fire's not that good.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of grow.
People are gonna like take my line and like put
No,
it online and basically,
no.
like,
We understand what you
yeah,
meant.
okay.
Trevor, you're just gonna get
gonna get
construed.
canceled.
You're gonna get.
Oh, I thought
construed.
you were joking. So you were being serious.
yeah.
Let's construe that, guys. Construe that.
He meant other uses for fire that are
Certain
controlled and not
controlled
ruining
fires.
people's lives.
Exactly.
Look, the main fire I want to put out, if I might say, is I want to put out the fire that is in people's vernacular when describing things they like.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's put those fires out. Huh? Okay. Oh, that's fire. Put it out. Okay. Call the.
You should call the
Call
the
fire.
fire department every time someone says that. You call 911.
Exactly.
I got to report a fire.
It's like freedom of speech. You can't like scream fire in a building because
Right.
it's like could cause problems.
do.
It's
If you
like
cause-
saying fire like that. Maybe
That's
it can cause
Right?
problems
Yeah,
too.
it's a little,
Should be illegal.
yeah.
You know what? I should just carry around a hose with me anytime.
Yeah, just wet it
And
down.
Anytime someone says something is fire, they
We
get
used to
blasted.
say it was hot.
Pee on it.
We used to say, "Oh, that's hot," before it was fire, and
Right.
before we called things mid, we called them meh. And so it's kind of like these repackaging of old
Yeah.
vernacular.
You think
about if
you
that's
think
cool?
mid came from meh?
I
Yeah.
think mid is
And by the
mid.
way, I don't like mid or meh. By the
Which
way.
one do you like
I want
better?
to put those out too. Fire department.
What about when people say instead of fire, they go, "Oh, that's like gasoline." Like that's.
Do they say that?
They do say that's gas.
They say that's gas.
And they
a
use the
lot.
gasoline emoji.
I didn't even know we had
Call,
that.
call the
LA.
authorities.
Security.
That's fire.
I mean, does anybody here like the word fire,
Yeah.
No.
or do you want to put it out? Hey,
put it
I
out.
got an idea. Let's start our own fire department. You know what I mean? The 7 of us, we we just hose people when they just start using. It's not just for the word fire, too. It's you know what I
Anything
mean?
we don't agree
you
with.
shut them down. You put them out.
Yeah.
But put people out.
But if you tell people you're starting a fire department, aren't they going to be like, oh, is that like a good department?
No, right.
Yeah,
They might think it's a cool department you're
Am I
starting.
confused?
Damn, that's a fire department
Yeah,
right
that
there.
department's fire.
Let's start a good department. Let's start a good department. Oh, I'm with the Los Angeles Good Department. I'm head honcho Brent Weinbach with the Los Angeles Good Department, and we heard there was a fire in your neighborhood. We're here to put it out. Oh, you're the one who said it? Yeah. Do not say that. Next time, this is a warning. Next time you're going to get sprayed. Watch out. You're going to get sprayed.
I just say on fleek instead.
On fleek is
Oh
good.
my
What about
God.
calling stuff sprayed? Like, oh, that track is sprayed.
I can approve of that.
I like that.
Has anyone ever used that?
No, I just
No,
started
yeah,
it.
you know what? If the good department approves it, it's good to go.
Do you still say poppin'? I still say poppin'.
Poppin'.
I say poppin' and poppin'.
Poppin' works. Basically, if I made it up, then it's good to go.
What about slappin'? You still say slappin'?
Slapping, cracking.
I never said slapping. That was just something they
Dress up
made up for
gang.
me to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think when
It was based on poppin' though. Yeah.
Do you think when Cool like first started, people were like, "Oh, this is just gonna be the flavor of the month. It's
yeah,
gonna
right.
go
And,
away."
Cool, by the way, I probably, if I was born 50 years earlier or something like that, I probably would not like Cool.
Yeah.
I'd
You just
probably
are
want.
classic. You just like what you remember. You don't like anything new.
Actually, though, even in the 80s, I never liked stuff that was trendy then. Like, I never liked radical or rad. I never
you
said
still don't
rad.
like it.
I still don't like rad, and I never. Yeah.
Tubular?
Oh, no, I didn't do too
Far out?
I didn't do that. I didn't
Groovy,
even,
though?
I don't do groovy really, but I've said it, and I'll say it sometimes.
What about the game for NES, Totally Radical? Or Totally Rad?
Radical Rex?
No, it's called Totally Rad.
I have it.
He's got it.
Oh, you saved it?
You save
I
it?
saved it.
He saved it. That's got to be worth at least like 500 pops right now.
You know, Ramin's got an expensive game on Super Nintendo, actually.
Got Metal Warriors.
Metal
Oh, I got
Warriors.
Hagane. What's up?
Is that the Japanese
bad.
version of it?
No. That's what a really high price one, too.
Cut
Metal
cut
Warriors
that out,
over
cut
here.
that out. Yeah, that's that
All right.
Hagane.
So anyway, there a lot of them. I never really liked dope.
What about if you dig something or not?
I dig. I can dig that. I could dig sometimes. Yeah, I'll go with dig. Okay. Look, everything comes through me. All right. I tell you whether it's cool or not.
What about clean? Like, oh, that track's clean.
I could go with that. I could go with that.
Yeah.
I could go with that.
What about
Crisp.
cap?
Crisp.
When people are capping?
I don't know about this no
means
cap.
line.
That's
That
Gen
means
Z
line,
stuff.
right?
I really like nice when it's used for like, oh, that basketball player is nice. I like nice.
What is that about? I never even heard that.
What
all
about
right.
fuckable? You like that? You like that slang?
Could be.
Lickable.
Could be.
Lickable.
I like suckable.
Suckable.
Oh yeah.
Damn, that looks suckable. Ooh, that got me thinking this suckable right there. Ooh, that fire's suckable. Meaning the not, you get it.
Plump.
Plump is works.
Plump's good.
Plump is works.
Plump is works.
Plump is works.
Plump is
Plump
works.
is works,
That's
everyone.
the new term. That's
Yeah.
the new term. I just made it up.
Plump is
that,
works.
Ooh, that is works.
Oh, like the works. When you're like, yeah, I want this pizza. Give me the works.
Yeah, and it also it's works
Yeah,
really
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Ooh, that is works. This episode is works.
Yeah. Damn,
All
that's unemployable.
All right, guys, look, this is what's gonna happen. First of all, let's just go around real quick. If you guys want to plug anything real quick, anything you want to plug?
If anyone needs an editor, I'm around.
Trevor Ames in the house. Gabe Ruimy.
Same. Hire me. I'll produce for you. I'll do anything.
Don't listen to them. They're slow and they charge too much. Hire me to edit your movie. I'll do it for half of whatever these bozos are gonna quote you.
Ramin Nazer. Okay, so is there what about your stuff?
Oh yeah, you can just go to my website raminnazer.com or rainbowbrainskull.com on the internet.
That's for the
To
artwork.
find what? Some art?
Whatever you want.
Artwork,
Whatever you want will be on
games.
I really like your art.
Works?
there. Oh, thank you.
Artworks?
Should we
See?
plug your
Work.
I didn't even pay him to say that.
No.
I
don't have
haven't
it
looked
to
into
plug
the
yet. I wish
camera
I
once.
did.
Which one is it?
What?
I'll look into all of them.
Oh, you can look into that one right there. That one, Ramin.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Only you can prevent forest goods. Andrew.
I have a podcast called Podcast But Outside. We interview strangers on the street. It's always fun. Brent's guest hosted it with me in the past, and we just relaunched on a new podcast network and a lot of fun episodes on YouTube and podcast apps.
Cole didn't quit, right? Cole's still there?
No, he quit.
When did he quit?
Yeah. Pretty recently, yeah.
Oh.
So it's just me and guest co-hosts now.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, it's good. No, but it's all about the strangers we meet on the
Dude,
street.
you should have all of us on.
Yeah,
one
it'd be
point
good
as
to have.
as
It'd be good to have
hosts.
7 people.
As-
We
That's a
should
good idea.
pretend to be
hosts.
strangers. Like you could walk by in like a
Yeah.
chef hat. I could walk by in like a police outfit.
Oh
or
yeah, yeah.
something.
We could do the village people.
And I
Yeah.
can't speak to it, but I mean, maybe check out Mirror or don't. Either way.
All right, pass the mic to Gabe Castro.
I guess if you need horror music for like a really big budget movie, you have a lot
Horror?
of money. Yeah, horror. I do
Okay.
horror music mostly, or sound design. That's hit me up.
What's
Hit
the
me up.
What's the scariest thing you've made?
Oh, okay.
Well, no, seriously. Wow.
Can you hum it?
Yeah, can you freak us all out right now?
No, I can't do it. I can't. No.
Is there a track you made that genuinely is creepy to you?
No, I mean the music's not creepy on its own. I don't think. Maybe.
Heavily inspired, heavily influenced
very 80s, very
by
80s.
Carpenter,
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Carpenter.
yeah.
So
The
that kind
Carpenters
of scary.
and
The Carpenters,
yeah.
Karen
Yeah.
and so forth.
You're asking him to clip
Harrison
it.
Ford.
He needs
Jesus
he
Christ.
needs like
Carpenter.
strings to swell for like 15 minutes and the
Yeah, yeah,
context.
I did
of the
that
character.
today.
Yeah. You made strings swell for 15 minutes.
Not 15 minutes. But
okay.
Too long. That's for
What's
sure.
the scariest rhythm? Can you
Ooh, 5/4 is pretty scary.
5/4.
It can be.
time
It
signature?
can
Yeah.
be.
It's
Time out.
unsettling.
You're talking about? Time out. I mean, not time out. Take 5.
Yeah, that is
That's a
scary.
little scary.
You think that's 5? Dun, 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 dun. Whew.
See?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh.
You hear the Al Jarreau version of Take 5?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
have. I love
that's
that. I
good.
love
Really good.
love Al Jarreau, man.
Yeah.
Check out Al Jarreau. Let's plug that.
He's so
Zed
Check out Al
Cutsinger?
Jarreau.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say only you can prevent Forrest Gump. Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
He
Don't
hates
support-
Forrest Gump for some reason. I like Forrest
Yeah,
Gump.
it's
I never
not for
seen
me.
it. I never seen it.
good.
Yeah, not for me.
It's good.
But if you like movies, I showed a movie last month at Zebulon, and I think we might start doing a monthly thing out of it. So follow me, Zed Cutsinger, about future screenings. Hopefully it'll be like a monthly thing. My podcast, So You Did a Thing. We were doing 80s movies. Now we're moving on to the 90s, starting with 1990. First movie, Wild at Heart, and we're going to cover some other ones. Movies like Total Recall, Paris is Burning, Close Up, Goodfellas. There's some good movies from 1990.
Yeah, there
I
is.
like.
Career Opportunities?
Which one?
1990? Career Opportunities?
Oh, is that from that year?
I think so.
What about the
Let-
Fire Fellas, huh? Could be kind of a good movie right
let, me,
there.
let me say one thing about Zed's podcast. So You Did a Thing. One of my favorite things about it is that one time I was on and I had brought up COVID and you interrupted me and you go like, I'm sorry, COVID isn't canon on this podcast. There's
Oh,
no
that's
mention
funny.
of it.
That's really funny.
And I thought that was
That's
that's
so
just
funny.
brilliant.
Is it
I
on
always-
this podcast? Can we?
Sure, you can do it if you want. Anytime I watch a movie now, I always think to myself, did COVID exist in this world
Right.
or did it not? You know?
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
someone
it
makes a
doesn't
movie,
in his,
'cause
yeah.
there's no mention of it sometimes in
Yeah, it's like when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, is Fauci here being an actor or is he being Fauci? Like, which one is he just being an actor? He's playing a character, or is he being the kind of health guy? And he is my favorite actor right now, straight up. He's really good. Yeah.
All right, so here's what I'm going to plug. Couple things. One, if you want a stand-up comedian to perform at your private party or event or college or whatever, contact me at wherever. Anything you can do to find me. There's lots of ways.
He's
okay?
the best.
Yeah, if you want the best comedian in probably the world at this point, right?
Yeah. I mean, who's better?
Who's better, me or Gandhi?
You.
Okay.
Try another one.
Me or
so
Fauci?
You. One more, and then we'll move on.
How about me or Teresa?
You.
Okay, look, here's what you're going to do. This is what we're going to do next. We are going to play this board game here called Chameleon. It's a lot of fun. So it's sort of a secret identity game and kind of a social deduction type of game. And there's some fun stuff, And
There you go.
there you go. And we're going to do that in the Unzipped. And how do you check out the Unzipped? Go to patreon.com/Poundcast. And get the episode a couple days early if you want there. There's a lot of other Unzipped episodes to check out. And it's mostly ad-free. I mean, just one little jerky ad, no big whoop. And it's going to be fun, I think. So do that. If you want to watch the show on video, you can go to youtube.com/thepoundcast. And we're on Instagram at the Poundcast. Also, I'm Brent Weinbach Comedy on Instagram. And I think that's about it. Big thank you to Aaron Brunkart behind the boards. This is his last day on the Poundcast, basically. And he's doing he's kissing his hand and doing all that. He's really, going off. Which you guys
did the
can see.
Elon Musk thing. He's doing it all. Heart goes out to all the listeners. That's great. He did it a lot.
Yeah, but that was misconstrued. He wasn't hailing Hitler. He was hailing.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a little different.
Can we
Yeah.
take back our smatter of applause?
But no, it is kind of somewhat sad in a way that we're not going to be able to say, "Oh, Aaron, blah blah blah," none of that anymore, But and then thank you to Jack Birch, who will still be, doing the helping out with the podcast. So thank you to Jack Birch also. And what else? I think that's going to be it. Thanks to All Things Comedy for having us do it here these years, and much appreciated. I'm surprised we lasted this long, actually, here until they told us to get out. We'll see you all, next week, or we'll see you at the in the Unzipped. It's going to be fun. We're going to play this game. It's a lot of fun. You're going to be able to play at home. And I think that's about it. I'm Brent Weinbach. The name of the show is the Poundcast. Thank you to all my guests for this blowout megasode. And bye-bye.